Welcome to part 2 of the Cryptids/Weird Creatures Iceberg. I don't have much to say in this intro, except for, well, if you haven't seen part 1, watch part 1, because that's part 1. This video is still featuring Gravity PSI, awesome YouTuber. I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's just get right into this thing. Here we go. Paleodictyon. The Paleodictyon nodosum is a very mysterious creature that is known to live beneath the ocean floor. It's known for its bizarre fossils that it left behind. Some samples date all the way back to millions of years ago, while others were found as recently as the 1970s. The strange honeycomb-like look of these fossils have perplexed people for years, and we still don't know exactly what's up with them. Caribbean Macaw. The Caribbean macaw is an extinct species of parrot that was thought to exist in the Caribbean. Well, obviously. The only proof we have of these birds' existence is just some physical remains, and some think that these birds still exist, but they're just majorly endangered. But those claims are unconfirmed. The U-28 creature. Alright, so the U-28 creature is not the name of an individual monster, but instead the name given to a single sighting of a sea monster. So, this allegedly happened near the start of World War I during a battle between two ships, one of which was the U-boat 28. The sinking of the ship would be completely unremarkable if not for an article written by the captain of the U-28, which was written for a German newspaper. Part of the ship was sinking. Now while this was happening, that part exploded, which threw this mysterious sea creature right out of the ocean. The crocodile-like creature was somewhere around 65 feet long and was visible for around 10 to 15 seconds. Some investigators think that this sighting could be evidence of a thought to be extinct paleosaur or mosasaur, which would be pretty incredible. The fossils of these creatures line up with the captain's encounter, and there's no way we can confirm or deny this, however, on account of the fact that everyone on the ship is, well, long dead and gone. Alvin plesiosaur. Alright, so here's yet another sea monster. While on a submarine known as the Alvin, Captain Marvin McCamus claimed to have seen an animal which looked like a plesiosaur in the deep waters. This allegedly happened in 1965, so no hardcore proof of it exists, but the captain swears that it was real. Stellar's sea ape. Stellar's sea ape was a strange cryptid first encountered in 1741, and ever since its identity has remained a mystery. But just what is this creature? Well, from first-hand accounts, we know it's a hairy sea creature, somewhat reminiscent of a seal or something along those lines, but somewhat monkey-like in a way. We don't know much else. Pentascola Sea Serpent. Alright, so this one's pretty interesting. So the Pentascola Sea Serpent was a creature allegedly encountered in 1962, where it supposedly killed 4 teenagers. Now that's pretty fascinating, but did it happen? Well, there's a more realistic explanation to the disappearance of these 4 teens. So there were 5 boys that were all skin diving that day. The boys had been cramped from skin diving, and they'd been blown off a raft during a windstorm into relatively turbulent waters. That is sufficient proof enough as to why these people drowned without having to resort to any cryptozoologist explanations, but the boy who survived is the one who recounted the story. He claimed that the kids were killed by a sea monster. The sea monster story sounds like it could be easily attributed to the combination of survivor guilt and traumatic brain injuries that the survivor may have withstood while washing ashore. 1981 Eskimo curlew sightings. Alright, so this one's just talking about a bird who hasn't been officially seen since 1963, but was spotted in 1981. That's about it. Monkey Man of Delhi. The Monkey Man was an ape-like creature that terrorized the Indian city of New Delhi back in 2001. Apparently a bunch of people were just getting attacked by a 4-foot-tall monkey-like creature for no apparent reason. This little creature allegedly had metal armor, like a helmet and a chest plate with glowing buttons, not unlike Darth Vader. People think that this monkey is actually just a smaller version of Bigfoot. Apparently, if you shone a light on the Monkey Man, it would ward him off like Foxy in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Now I've got no idea what this creature could have been, but it reminds me of Chewbacca's iconic son, Lumpy. Hanno's Gorillae. Hanno the Navigator was a Carthaginian explorer of the 6th or 5th century BC, most famously known for his naval exploration of the western coast of Africa. At the terminus of his voyage, Hanno found an island heavily populated with hirsute and savage people. Hanno attempted to capture several members of the tribes, only succeeding in capturing 3 females. However, even in captivity, they were so ferocious that they were killed and skinned. These pelts were kept in the temple of Juno. First recorded as gorillae, they were later recognized as the primate class of gorillas. Trinity Alps giant salamander. The Trinity Alps giant salamander is an alleged giant salamander that is reported to live in Trinity Alps of Northern California. It is often considered as a cryptid, as no specimen has ever been recovered. But the thing is allegedly massive, and would honestly be terrifying to encounter in the wild. Gigioli's whale. Gigioli's whale is a supposed unknown species of whale that had 2 dorsal fins. This is not a feature that any known species of whale are known to have. This one feels pretty easy to explain though. The extra fins could very easily just be a genetic mutation or a tumor that the whale had. Alright, Gravity, take it away.
Level 4. Glowing Living Fire Hose. The glowing living fire hose is a supposed creature that was seen in the Gulf of Mexico on an offshore oil rig during the 1970s, but it was first reported in the year 2000. A scuba diver who helped fix oil rigs claimed that while underwater, he saw a headless, glowing serpentine creature that had the speed of a race car. This sighting can be chalked up to a hallucination, since these are common among divers who have been diving for long periods of time at around 300 feet beneath the sea. Whether or not it was a hallucination, the man claimed that this sighting disturbed him extremely. Another explanation could be that the man saw a Nemertean worm. The longest specimen ever recorded was at 54 meters, or 177 feet long. SS Kuranda giant jellyfish. The SS Kuranda giant jellyfish is a supposed jellyfish that was spotted by the crew of the SS Kuranda. The captain claimed that the jellyfish had to have been dangling down into the depths by 200 feet and weighed at least 2 tons. While the crew was removing the beast, one of its tendrils leapt up and stung one man, killing him. The slime left on the ship by the jellyfish was later analyzed and identified to belong to the lion's mane jellyfish species, which is the largest species of jellyfish, but haven't been measured up to the claimed size of this particular jellyfish. Despite this, monstrous jellyfish have been spotted throughout history. One story tells of 2 divers in 1962 when they spotted a jellyfish they claimed to be 150 or 250 feet in diameter. Deep Sea Abominable Snowman. After spending an hour researching this entry, I couldn't find anything. I only found articles talking about regular yetis and yeti crabs. I assume this could talk of some hairy white sea creature, but it is unknown. New Zealand greater short-tailed bat calls. This entry talks about the calls of the greater short-tailed bat that is believed to either be nearly, if not extinct. Despite its current situation, their calls can still be heard throughout New Zealand. Charles Edward Douglas's Raptors. Famous explorer Charles Charlie Edward Douglas claimed that in 1899, he shot and ate 2 birds that he said were raptors. He later wrote that their wingspans went from 9 feet on one of them and 6 feet on the other. Zoologists have speculated that what Charlie shot and ate were now extinct Haast's eagles. Baru. The Baru is a legendary monster that was said to have belonged to a group of fierce crocodiles that lived in a valley where the migrating Apatani wanted to live. After draining the valley and the swamp, these creatures were destroyed, allowing the Apatani to live in the fertile valley. The last known sighting of these creatures was told by a girl who claimed to see one in the valley. The next day, the residents went down to the area and filled it with rocks and clay. Origin of the Kawayau. The now extinct Kawayau, or the Delcourt sticky-toed gecko, is now an extinct species of lizard in the New Zealand territory. This lizard, however, is also speculated as the lost giant lizard from Maori legend. Marquesas swampfin painting. The Marquesas swampfin was a species of swampfin that is now extinct. However, a painting in 1902 depicted a Marquesas swampfin, despite them being extinct. This painting could clue us in that perhaps the animal was alive in the 1900s until finally dying out. A Lula Whale. The Lula Whale is a creature that looks like a brown orca with white star-shaped scars that are believed to have come from fighting giant squids. This beast is apparently 24 feet long and weighs 2 tons. Many speculate that it is a new species of whale, but of course these are merely speculations, and the creature's existence remains unconfirmed.
And now, a quick word from today's sponsor. Alright, so I was sent some of the best products I've ever got from any sponsor ever, okay? So, Manscaped came out with a new, amazing premium line of men's smelling good products, you know? And these are them. So, shampoo and conditioner, 2-in-1, because we're men, we don't like using separate things. It smells really good.
You want your boyfriend to use an actually good 2-in-1? Because they won't use anything
there
else.
it is. They all got these nice metal bottles, good for the environment, because we love the environment here. And we got the Manscaped body wash. This thing is awesome. Whole body wash, you know. It's, again, it smells really, really good. They're using natural products. It's like vegan. It's good for your skin. And
If you have skin.
ultra premium cologne, scented. So it smells like you're wearing cologne, but it's actually like not overwhelming. I used to use this crap here. I thought it was great at the time, but looking back on it, it is not. But it's not great. Not great scent. Very plasticky, very, you know, synthetic, very red. But this stuff, black and gold, it actually smells really good. You don't even really feel it on, but it's there. Like it's got a good like kind of sweat protection to it, and it's legit. I'd highly recommend it. Alongside that, we've got hydrating body spray. Yeah. This stuff is awesome. This is really good too because you can put a bunch of it on. I don't like body spray in general, right? I've tried to use it like certain products like Hatchet body spray, you know what I'm talking about. That stuff isn't great, it's overwhelming, it's too much, but
it's a lot. You
this
ever smelled
stuff,
the middle school boy?
That's what it smells like.
I have not done that, but don't do that.
This stuff here does not smell like a middle school boy. This smells like a man. And it's also smooth too, you don't really feel it. You spray some on, you're supposed to rub it in, and then you're good for the day because it sticks around too, and it's not overwhelming. It's a really good scent. And if you buy this all in a package, you'll actually get a free gift being Manscaped lip balm.
Lip balm.
Yeah.
What man do you know wears lip balm now? He does.
I do.
Can you believe that? A man without chapped lips?
It's great. They're just these little lip balms. Nice, high quality. They're great. Love them. So if you want everything you just saw, and more, of course, you can use my code in the description, code Raymundo, for 20% off your entire order, right? Which is pretty good, I'd say. 20% off gets you all of that for a discounted price. It's great. If you want to smell good and you want to be successful and you want an emo girlfriend, then yeah, there you go. My code works with everything on the website, not just this package of stuff here, but you can work with the razors, you can work with the, you know, the nose trimmers, the ball trimmers, all that stuff. It'll work. It'll be great. So I would highly suggest, for your own sake, that you go ahead and use my code in the description. Helps me out, of course, but it also helps you out, really, because this is actually for your body.
Alright everyone, well, that wraps it up for the Cryptids / Weird Creatures Iceberg. I know the ending might have felt kind of anticlimactic, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this series. I know I loved making it, it was really cool. Please go check out Gravity PSI if you liked his narration, which how could you not? He's got so many great videos, you can hear him talk about stuff. They're creepy, you know, if you like my stuff, you're gonna like his. Check out Manscaped. This is great because all the products that I featured are relatively cheap on their own, and they're worth it, so yeah, I recommend them. Don't worry, I've got more content coming. My steady stream of content will be a little more consistent than it has been recently. We got some cool videos coming out. Social Media Iceberg will be the next one, I think, and that's gonna be a good one. Also, the anniversary of the Gen Z Childhood Trauma Iceberg is very, very soon, and I've got something very special planned for that, so I'll see you there. But, hope you enjoyed this video, and well, if you did, let me know. See you guys later.